Hey guys, hope you're all doing well in this shutdown that we have going on in the whole country. But this is a great way where technology can really help all of us stay connected, and it's still a great way for us to practice together. Whether you practice with me on campus or off campus, it's great to be able to have this connection still with you guys. So we're going to focus today on another Kripalu flow, but we're also going to focus in on working on our hips a little bit more. So a little bit of strengthening, but also a little bit of mobility and flexibility for them too, okay? So make sure you have your blocks, your straps, your blankets if you need them, in your mat, and let's get rocking and rolling, okay? So we're gonna come to sit down, and we're gonna work into a cow facing pose with the legs. And again, I'm gonna mirror you guys here throughout the practice. So what I want you to do is take the left leg, it's going to go underneath the right leg, and that left heel is coming towards the right sits bone. Right leg's coming up, crossing over, and we're bringing the knees a little closer together, and you should come onto the top or side of that right foot. Now, if the right foot's up off the ground, slide a blanket underneath there or a block. If this is too much flexion too, say you actually have an issue with your left leg, you're more than welcome to extend the left leg out and cross the right leg over like such. Or if that's still too much, you can always do cross ankle if that's better for you, okay? So all we're gonna do here is get ourselves in position. Right away, this is gonna help the IT bands out, going up into the hips and the glutes. I want you to sit nice and tall, shoulders down the back. And we're just gonna take a couple moments here to allow for the ITs to release and the hips to release, but also just to ground ourselves. And I think a good intention for us to make here today is to practice what we call ahimsa. So we're going to practice non-violence, or being non-harming against ourselves. And that means know your limits. So if you need to back off anytime, make sure you do that. But also give all that you can. And remember that the effort that you put here on the mat is so important, and listening to what the body is telling you to do versus what the ego is telling you what to do, okay? And even right now, just trying to relax a little bit. Ease tension. Just breathing in and out. One more breath in. And then slowly, let's release the legs. Okay, now let's change. Taking the right leg under, left leg over, and again, modify if you need to in any way possible. Okay, sit nice and tall. Breathing in, breathing out. Close the eyes if you need to. Allow this to be fluid, right? Fluid breathing, not pressing. Being solid where you are. One more breath here. And we'll slowly release. Come on out. And we'll make our way onto the mat, okay? Onto the mat. Spread those fingers nice and wide in the table position here. And push the ground away. Zip up our core. We'll inhale, we're going to lift our right leg up behind us. Everybody dorsiflex that right foot, right toes to the ground, feel the belly reach up towards the ceiling there. Let's inhale. Exhale, take that right knee to the outside of the right elbow or tricep. Inhale, back. Exhale, sweep that right leg over to the left. Let the right toes touch the ground. So you have the toes tucked under. Press back through that right heel, look over left shoulder like you're checking the mirror in your car. Keep your hips square to the ground though too. Inhale, back home. Again, exhale. Take that right knee onto the right elbow or tricep. Back. And again, sweep it over. Left. Good, bring it back home. Take the knee to the outside of the elbow or tricep. Pause here, okay? Push the ground away. Then lift the left arm up like a little touchdown Jesus arm. Hold here. Keep the hips square. Shoulders square. Breathe. Deep breath, shoulder blades down. Deep breath in. Exhale, release that left hand down. Extend right leg back. Sweep the leg over again to the left. Press back through the heel. Stay here, looking over that left shoulder, or walk your hands forward a little bit. Slide your left hand a little to the left, and then extend the right arm. Reach your right fingers past those left fingers. So we get more of a lateral opening too on that right side. Tuck the chin slightly. Breathe. Awesome. Then bring yourself back home. And we'll change sides. Push the ground away. Left leg will lift. Keep those left toes pointing towards the ground. Keep your hips square. Belly reaching for the ceiling. As we exhale, left knee outside of left elbow or tricep. Inhale back. Exhale, sweep our leg over to the right. Toes are tucked under. Press back to that left heel. Look over that right shoulder. Inhale back home. Exhale again. Left knee outside of left elbow or tricep. Back. Sweep it over to the right. Back. This time we take the knee to the outside elbow or tricep. We pause there. Push the ground away. Lift that right arm up. Little touchdown Jesus shape here. Deep breath, shoulder blades down. Activate that left glute. Good, then slowly bring the right hand down. Extend back with that left leg. Sweep it over to the right. And again, you're staying here, looking over that right shoulder. Keep the hips square, or walk the hands forward a little bit. Then walk right into the right. Left hand extends past those right fingers and reaches the fingers all the way down through your left heel. Tuck the chin slightly. And breathe. Good. Then slowly bring it back home. Head back to child's pose if you need a little breather. Otherwise, tuck those toes under. Inhale, exhale, back to downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Keep working external rotation of the shoulder so the biceps rotate up towards the ceiling. Good. Zip the core. Now let's just slowly walk all the way up to the front of the mat. Take your time. Square up the feet. A little bit of those knees. Arms can drape for a sec. Tuck the chin. Long neck. Feet soak into the ground. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. All the way up to your mountain pose. Make sure your props are close by. Remember, don't hurt yourself. Do what you can do and enjoy the moment. Hands to heart center. Lift the sternum. Inhale, arms up. Pause here. Do a little back bend if it feels comfortable. Rise and we'll fold. Inhale. Up halfway, fold back in. Let's step back with our right foot back. Push back through that heel. Tuck under that pubic bone. Good job. Good. And then we'll slowly come all the way down onto that right knee. Flatten our right toes. If you need to flip your mat over for a little extra cushion or slide your blanket underneath there, do that. Roll up through the spine. Take your blocks. Slide them back towards your hips. Drop that tailbone, tuck under the pubic bone, lift the sternum, release the arms, then arms are going to come up overhead. Thumbs to the back of your pinkies forward. Keep lifting up out of the pelvis, lift your sternum. We're going to take that left hand down onto our block, or on the earth, and put it on whatever setting you want on that block. Reach up with your right arm, roll all those right toes on the ground, and slowly dip over to the left. Maybe look up here, that's better for your neck, or look down, that's better for your neck. And your hand can come down on the ground, that's better for you. Be careful of that left knee, don't let it drop in or out, and don't let the knee go past your ankle. Really reach to those right fingers. Roll those right toes in the ground, lift your heart up. Good. Slowly come all the way back up. And we're placing that right hand down on our block or on the earth. Lengthen up the left arm, slowly dip over to the right. Do whatever's right for your head. Breathe. Wonderful. Slowly come up. Both hands will come down. Take that block, put it on the inside of your left foot. Both hands on the block. Maybe scoot that foot forward a little bit and then roll to the outside of that left foot. Push the ground away. Zip your core. Stay here or come a little deeper. Bringing your forearms on the block or on the earth, but keep the chest square to the ground. Deep press shoulder blades down your back. Tuck the chin slightly. Breathe. Don't get saggy baggy down in the pelvis, right? Don't collapse. Keep lifting up, even if you're going down low, okay? Get right into that IT band, the piriformis muscle, the hip, that glute. Wonderful. Slowly zip up that core, come all the way back up. Roll back onto the bottom of that left foot. Let's come up into runner stretch. Get a blanket, push it to the side. Inhale, exhale, step back to plank. Good, then slowly come all the way down. Hug the elbows in, shoulder blades down your back. Pelvis down, feet are flat, forward to the ground. Hug your elbows in, deep press shoulder blades down. Everybody inhale, wave on up into Cobra. With Cobra, remember, don't let the elbows go out. Don't shrug the shoulders. Elbows in, deep press shoulder blades on the back. Let the collarbones smile. Slowly wave down. Let's do that again. Inhale, waving up. You're gonna be careful of the shoulders, the neck. Wave it down. One more time. Let's wave it up. Down, and then bring the hands under the head. Turn your head to the side. Bend the knees and windshield wiper your legs. Let it release in the lower back, but also the hips. And then extend those legs back. Hands will come under the shoulders. You make your way back to down dog, whether it's through table, another up dog or cobra, or keep your toes pointed. Come up to a pointed toe plank. Maybe do a push-up. And then transition back. Maybe walk feet in a couple inches just to re-clarify your foundation. Little pedal. And we're going to transition out. So either come down to table and bring the right foot forward, or from down dog, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog, then exhale, step it forward. Make sure that right knee is not going past the ankle. We're going to come down onto our left knee, flatten our toes. Make sure that pinky toe, that left foot lines up the outside of that left hip flexor. Slide your blocks back. Lift up through the sternum, tuck under the pubic bone. Lift your heart, release the arms. Arms come up when you're ready. Deep press shoulder blades down. Make sure that right knee is not going past your ankle. It's not collapsing either. Then we're dropping. Right hand down on our block or on the earth. Extend that left arm. Slowly dip over to the right. Keep lifting up out of your pelvis or shoulder blades down the back. Breathe. Stay with it. Good, slowly all the way up. Then we're bringing that left hand down on our block of the earth. Reach up with that right arm, we dip over to the left. Don't collapse on either side, right? Lateral obliques are active. Don't let that Right knee collapse either. Look up or down, what's best for you. Good, slowly all the way up. Hands come down. Put 1 or 2 blocks on the inside of that right foot. Maybe you scoot your right foot forward a little bit. Maybe it comes out to the right a little. Both hands on the inside of that right foot. We roll to the outside of the right foot. How do you stay tall here? Tucking under the pubic bone, staying right where you're at, or come a little lower. And again, everyone's different. Do you need the 2 blocks? Totally cool if you do. Or just 1. What's best for you? Breathe. Keep zipping up your core. Don't collapse. Last breath here. Then slowly coming up, rising. Bring that right hand to the outside of the right foot. We'll tuck under left toes. Up to runner stretch. Inhale, exhale, step forward. Left foot, make sure the feet are square. Forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Fold back in. Soak the feet in the earth. Root to rise. All the way up. Arms overhead. If you did the back bend, complete your cycle. Up and hands. Heart center. Good. From here, we'll zip up our core. We're going to work into a little tree pose. So if you need to, find your blocks, keep them by the feet if you need the support. We're going to drop weight onto our left foot, zip up our core, lift the sternum. We're lifting the right leg up. We'll bring the bottom of the right foot anywhere below our knee. Again, you could even put it on a block, or it's going above the knee. So it's going to go up in that thigh. But here, we want that right knee to push down towards the ground, press back, but keep those little as-is bones shooting forward. Our hips are square to the front, and they're square and even. Hands can come to heart center. Deep breath, shoulder blades down. Stay here. Maybe you do a little touchdown Jesus shape with the arms, working shoulder blades together to stabilize the shoulder girdle, or the arms can come up overhead. Your choice. Keep pressing that right foot into your left thigh presses back, or if it's on the calf. Good, then slowly release under your own power. Shake it off if you need to, and we're changing sides. Also forgot to say you can go to a wall if you need support, okay? So here we go, changing sides, weights on that right foot. Left leg up. Left foot anywhere above or below the knee. Keep the hips square, across and forward. Dropping left knee down and back. Lift the heart. Hands can stay at heart center, or they could go up overhead, or that touchdown Jesus shape. What is best for you? Breathe in and out. Soft gaze. Last breath here. And slowly release. Shake it off if you need to. And then go back to the front if you're not at the front of the mat. Feet soak down. Inhale, arms up. Back bend lengthen if it feels comfortable. We rise and we fold. Inhale up halfway. Fold back in. And we'll step back with our left foot back, tuck under the pubic bone, root to rise. Drop the tailbone, lift up through the pelvis, lift the heart. Arms are gonna come up overhead. When you're ready, take a hold of that left wrist with the right hand, frame your head, inhale, exhale, slowly we're dipping over to the right. Don't let that right knee collapse. Press the arms back. The little oblique warrior, but still we get into the psoas too. Breathe. Okay, we're going to transition to Warrior 2 here, okay? So we'll inhale, exhale, come into Warrior 2. We're bringing that left foot down 35, 45 degrees. Make sure that that right heel lines up with the arch of the left foot. We're into Warrior 2. And we're tucking under the pubic bone. You're feeling that right knee going forward as long as it doesn't go past your ankle. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to work in the side angle. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a little side profile here with you. Some of us may want to block close by, but when we're working in the side angle, a block can go on the inside of our leg. And for some of us, you'll bring that right forearm on your right thigh, square up to your chest, towards the wall there, to the left, to the right, and then you'll extend that left arm overhead. Now for some of us, that's great. Some of us may actually will work our hand down onto a block on the inside of our thigh, and you're pressing the right leg and the right arm into each other, okay, to stabilize. Some of us may bring a hand to the earth, okay? All depends on what's best for you. If you want a little extra core work, you'll actually lift that right arm up and reach both arms forward, opening the chest. If you need to lift a little higher, that's fine, okay? Know what's best for you. And breathe. Good. Then we're all going to inhale up. We're going to reverse the warrior. Just slide the left hand down the left leg, right palm up, sweep it up, lift up out of your pelvis. If you need to straighten your leading leg, that's totally fine. Your option there. We'll inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to windmill out back to runner stretch. And then step back to plank. Good. Drop knees, go down to chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Back to down dog. Good. Okay. Come down to table for a sec. I'm going to do a side profile here. So what we want to do is we're going to drop weight on the right hand, right knee, and kicks in the right leg out a little to the side. And then we're going to extend the left leg back. Come on the side of the foot, but stack the hips on top of each other. The eye of that right elbow rotates forward, lock the wrist bone in the shoulder socket, open the chest up, left arm up. So it's a little side plank here. If you want a little extra work, we're going to lift up the left leg. You can stay here or do a little pumping motion with the left leg to increase strength in the glute and the hip. We're still working our core. Good, and then release, and we'll change sides. Weight on the left side, on the left hand, kicks in the left leg out. Extend the right leg, open the chest up, stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Right arm up. We stay here, or we lift up the right leg. Maybe you do a little pumping action. If you're doing pumping, move slowly. Good. One more time. Release. Maybe take a little break if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to do it again. But if you want to amp it up, instead of staying in the table position, doing the modified side plank, you come up into plank. You can tuck under the pubic bone, zip the core, weight will fall onto the right hand, roll to the outside of the right foot, and you're up into side plank here. You can feel free to lift up the left leg if you want to. Maybe a little pumping is fine. Breathing. Good. And then we'll slowly release and change sides. Again, what is best for you? Don't hurt yourself. Be smart. That's the most important thing. And release. And everybody come back to the wide-legged child's pose. Good. Inhale up. Table. Let's stretch out the wrist a little bit. So we'll take the fingers. We'll turn the fingers back towards the knees. If you can get the palms to touch the ground, awesome. If you can't, no problem. Maybe you lift up off the palms, okay? If that's too much, you can kneel, do one hand at a time, okay? But what else is important is that we want the shoulder to go down the back. We want to lift the core up. So we're here and not here. Okay, strong. Good. Release, shake it off. One more stretch for the wrist. We'll go then on the top of the hands, fingers pointing back. We try and straighten those elbows, deep press shoulder blades down your back, zip your core. And modify if you need to, right? Good. Release and shake it off. And then when you're ready, find your way back to downward facing dog. We're going to transition out. So you need to modify, come to table and come forward with your left leg. Otherwise, left leg can lift. Three-legged dog. We step forward. Great job. Send the balls to the right foot. We power up here. Drop the tailbone, tuck under the pubic bone. You need to modify. Always feel free to come down on that right knee too, okay? Lift the sternum. Arms will come up when you're ready. And you take a hold of that right wrist with that left hand. Frame your head. Lift up and then slowly dip over to the left. Keep tucking under your pubic bone. Arms press back. Breathe. Don't let your left knee collapse. Arms press back. Keep breathing. Good. We're going to transition into warrior two now. So we'll release. You're bringing that right foot down 35, 45 degrees. You might have to move it. Make sure that left heel lines up with the arch of the right foot. Left knee comes forward. Don't let it go past your ankle. Arms are open. Tuck under the pubic bone. Belly and ribs push back. Keep breathing. You can try and go deep into that lunge. Challenge yourself without hurting yourself. Good. We're going to transition to side angle now, okay? I'm going to give you guys a side profile. Coming into our side angle. So we're bringing our left forearm on our left thigh, or on a block on the ground, or on hand on the ground. Framing our head with that right arm, rotating the torso. If you want a little extra work, we lift the arm up. Really press into the back of that right foot. Breathe. Good, and slowly up, and we reverse our warrior. Lift up out of the pelvis, shoulder blades down. You need to straighten that left leg, you totally can. Good, up, windmill through, back to runner stretch. And then step forward. Inhale up halfway. Fold back in. Root, rise all the way up. If you did the back bend, complete your cycle. Up and hands. Heart center. Release the arms. Feel. We'll then come down, take a seat. You need to sit on a block to elevate the hips off the ground, or use a blanket if needed. We're gonna come back into that cow facing pose with the legs. So again, we'll take our left leg under, right leg up and over. Modify if you need to. Lift your sternum up, roll the shoulder blades down your back. Okay, good, and then take the left arm, palm face up, external rotation, take it up, okay? And then bending at the elbow, put the hand behind and form behind the head. Your right hand is gonna go right around the bottom of that tricep and lift up. Press your left glute down, and then slowly dip your torso over to the right. You can stay here, or if you want to, your head can actually now drop down onto your right bicep and look up at your left elbow. You can just keep lengthening up at the elbow and pulling over. But make sure both sits bones are pushing down. Good, then slowly come up. Release the arms, inhale, exhale out. Shoulders roll up and down. Lift the arms up. Work external rotation shoulders by rolling your biceps out, and then come forward to a forward fold. Some of us may want to block to go in front of us, because some of us may get our head to reach the block. Some of us may have to make fist, stack fist. Let your forehead rest on the stacked fist. Maybe your fists are up higher. Maybe your head goes way past that, okay? But I want you to feel as your sits bones dropping down, and then push them back as you reach forward. Tuck the chin. Good, last breath here. Slowly bring it up. And then bring the bottom of your right foot in contact with the ground, so the right knee is pointing towards the ceiling. Your other block's going back behind that right glute or hip. Hug that right knee with that left arm. Bring it towards that left armpit. Lift your sternum, and as we exhale, we twist right. Right hand on the block. Keep a micro bend in your elbow. Press the humerus bone back in the shoulder socket. And breathe. Soft gaze to the right. Keep the sternum lifted. Deep breath in. And then exhale. Release. And we switch sides. We swap in the legs, and again, modify if you need to. Be smart. All right. Lift up through that sternum, shoulder blades down the back, okay? This time, right arm goes out, right palm up, so we work external rotation of the shoulder. Keep the external rotation going as you bring the arm behind the back. Left hand comes up, grabs right below that right elbow and lift up through that tricep, really pressing your right glute, and now slowly dip over to the left. If you want to, your head can drop onto your left bicep and you can look up. Just keep lifting the elbow up as we're dipping, okay? And we can get more opening all through those lats as it winks down towards the hip. Last breath here. Then slowly inhale, come on up. Release the arms. You need your block in front of you. Place it there if you need it, okay? We'll bring the arms up. External rotation of the shoulders, and slowly come forward. Hands on the ground or on the block. Sits bones, tuck under, push back, tuck the chin, and breathe. Stay with it. Good. And slowly inhale, come all the way up. We'll bring the bottom of our left foot in contact with the ground, left knee's pointing towards the ceiling, block behind you. If you need to extend that right leg, do it to protect the knee joint. We'll hug that left leg with that right arm, bringing the knee towards the armpit, lift our sternum, and slowly twist to the left. Both sits bones are even, pressing down. We're long in our spine. Deep breath in, and then slowly release out. Release the legs, and if you're on a block, blanket, remove it. If there are any last movements your body absolutely needs to do, feel free to do it. Otherwise, you're gonna come onto the back, boom, to work into Shavasana. Okay? Again, if you need to, legs can be long. If they're long, keep them separated about as wide as your mat. Feet together, knees to the side, feet touch the ground, knees together is fine too. Or go to the wall and go legs up the wall. Stay there for a good 3 to 5 minutes and enjoy that time there. Make the most of it. And during these trying times, make sure you're reaching out to everyone to help them out who needs it, all right? Don't hurt yourself by not being someone that's helpful for what society needs. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll do more later. Namaste.